The government doesn't seem to have a clue. These are all economics 101. These are things that undergraduates learn. It is a shock to realize that the government is not picking up on these basic ideas. I would say that the Indian economy is in a situation where it's beyond worry. We are basically in the middle of a crisis. It's fairly evident that there's a massive deceleration, and even if you don't call it a recession, because technically speaking GDP has to decline for 2 quarters before you get a recession, what we've got is such a big slowdown that it is affecting demand, it is affecting employment, it's affecting living standards, and it's creating an overall crisis which in any other country would be taken as a national emergency. People don't want to buy cars, people don't want to buy washing machines, they want to buy electronic items, less and less, because you're saving, you're insecure, or you don't have money. The government doesn't seem to have a clue. It's doing supply side measures to deal with what is really a demand problem. There's just, people don't have money to spend, they don't have incomes, they don't have employment. So you have to do something to give them incomes and employment. You can't simply say, oh, I'll improve the conditions of, of doing business, and I'll provide banks, I'll tell banks to give more credit. Banks cannot give credit if investors are not willing to borrow. And why would you borrow to increase capacity if there's nobody buying the stuff you have already produced? In the last 1 year, what we've been seeing is that overall lack of demand, which has been really punishing the informal sector now for 3 years, has actually been also impacting the formal sector. If they did recognize the problem, there are lots of things they could do. They could immediately expand, let's say, the rural employment guarantee dramatically, 2 or 3 times, increase the spending. It's only 0.2% of GDP. Make it 0.6% for God's sake, which it was in 2010. So triple the amount you're spending on that. That puts lots of money in people's hands. They can go out there and buy biscuits and toothpaste and underwear and you name it. When they buy that, the shopkeepers will stock up more, the producers will produce more, they will employ more people all the way up the chain. Increase social sector spending, health, education. We massively undersupply these. These are very high employment sectors that will generate many more multiplier effects. So focus your public spending in areas that will immediately revive demand and have high multiplier effects. When you've done that, then focus the new expansion of public spending into areas of public investment that desperately need it. Basic infrastructure, amenities, roads, proper hospitals, proper care, etc. All of these things. All of these create the conditions whereby the economy can get back onto some kind of an even tick.